Hey everyone, just a few more links to sort out. I am literally melting where I sit, and obviously I have work in the morning, so it may or may not be a particularly long stream today. We'll see how it goes. Yep, glad to have you all here. Alrighty. So yep, not much to report today. I have tried a bit of an experiment with some foam ears, but that's basically setting in the mould. Basically, I found a tutorial for putting foam clay into moulds. And what you can do is basically put the foam clay in the mould, freeze it, like literally put it in the freezer, and that'll make it solid enough to pull out of the mould, and then you can just let it dry. Because obviously air clay's dry, so it won't set in a mould. So we'll see how that goes, and if it goes well, I'll have an alternative to latex or silicone ears, because obviously foam clay is a lot lighter than silicone, which I was finding was sort of folding off. I'm sort of halfway to starting making my new horn, so that's good. Oh, today in the post I got this fresh thing of body paint. Hey Key, yep, it me. And some pressed pigment in the same colour, same brand. So that might help me get a much more even finish. And, you know, I've also got some eyeshadows in sort of different shades of purple, so that should hopefully make contouring a bit easier. Just give Vicky a quick shout out. I've also been messing about with camera angles a bit, so if things look a bit off, sorry about that. Anywho, not much else to say. Oh wait, one other thing. I can basically show you this, which it doesn't look like much because it's not yet, but basically I'm just sort of building up the foreground here, and that'll form the shape of my new horn. And the plan is basically just to have a little silicone base, so it looks like it's emerging from the skin, and that's basically the sort of test piece I'll need for Carlax horns. Oh, you're quite welcome, Mickey. Anywho, I do believe there's a game to be played. Yasuki Games. To be fair, this one's like a decade old. Wait, it's copyright 2010. So I guess it's nearly a decade and a half old. Yeah, same. Like, I literally remember when, oh yeah, new headphones, still getting used to these. They're basically the same brand and model as my old headphones, but, like, I didn't realise how bad the, lag on audio was until I started using these ones instead. It's no wonder I've been doing a lot of crosstalk on Discord and the like, because I'm literally hearing what everyone's saying like a second late.
Want to push my buttons?
Anywho, we have done most of the quests here. Oh, wonder if he's got anything new.
Sir?
Yes, you can stop misgendering me.
Very good.
Okay, Okay, so yeah, my stealth suit is damaged and basically irreparable. Icky, a second of lag would drive you thoroughly bananas. Yeah, it explains why I've just been, you know, sort of talking over everyone. Like, I'll start talking and then suddenly someone else is talking and I'll be like, oh no. And then I'll either stop dead or just keep talking over them and feel terrible about it, and yeah. Probably a good thing. Anyways, I don't think there's anything I can really craft. Hey, Nerlis.
We're all lit up. Is it Christmas?
Okay, I guess me and my suit girlfriend are going to head off to the final area of this DLC.
This one looks pretty tough.
I'm sure it's a huge pushover, really. She's coming with me after the DLC, of course. Notice nothing works in Firefox except this in Tumblr for some reason. Okay, that is weird. Like, well, I use Firefox all the time and I'm not having any trouble. Could it be that your copy of Firefox has an issue with it? I suppose it might be that you're using the what's it called? Mobile version. I normally use the sensor module. Icky, from what you hear, Firefox is better than Linux on Windows. Okay, I can make some lunchbox bombs, I think. Bottle cap mines, rather. Oh no, I need some cherry bombs. Hey Nick! Thank you for giving him a shout out, Nerlis. How's your week going? You had a simple but luxurious iced coffee. You're so happy. Heck yeah. I was actually thinking of making myself an iced coffee for the stream, but I went for tea instead. Because
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
I've got some very nice red bush and honeysuckle tea in both cups this time round. Okay.
No, please, please! Yep, here you go.
Tasty, tasty ammo.
Sure.
Got any more sweets? Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably just drop off some of the heavier stuff. Actually, no, I better hang on to Dr. Klein's scrubs just in case. Don't really need the Cyberdog gun. Don't need all this nuclear quartz because I probably wouldn't find enough ammo for it. Not ammo, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I should probably start using these satchel charges. Right. So yep, we're off to the final area. There's one little side quest, but I need to be there to do it anyway, so...
Time to fight.
Violence. I see.
Cessation of hostilities complete. This one looks pretty tough.
Oh no. Oh.
Does that feel better? I can't
I'm
give
in
you
trouble.
anything for that injury.
Okay, let's do some healing. Oh, didn't mean to use the nuke curler. Oh well. And you know what, let's use some grenades.
We're out of stim packs.
Oh. Note to self, when throwing grenades, make sure you are clear, well, throwing down mines, make sure you're clear before your enemy approaches. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to be ready for a fight. So, gonna use some buff out. Exactly. Satchel charge. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again.
Ready,
Tail locking
steady,
on.
fighting.
Go, my minion. Sting them in the name of all that is Mobius.
This will keep you on your feet. I hope it doesn't hurt too bad. We don't have any medics.
Okay, this isn't going well. Super stim pack. See you in a bit, Nailus. Oh wait, I should shoot them, shouldn't I? You know, maybe I should actually consider approaching instead of just, you know, 50%. I like those odds.
No more stim packs.
Okay, guess I died in that. Yeah, okay, new plan. I'm instead going to travel to the Magna Hydraulics complex. And I'll approach from there. And thank you for the quote, Icky. Yes, I should probably shoot them. And you've, where?
This one
What the
looks
heck?
pretty tough.
Mobius sees you.
And yep, Icky's activated a random quote. 384, in your face, Robbie Williams. I have no idea what prompted that. So, I wonder if those were supposed to spawn in, like... Okay, yep, this is specifically designed to deal with robots. Yeah, I wonder if that was supposed to... They were supposed to be, like, teleported in, or if that was a glitch where they just spawned in right in front of me. Ooh, duffel bag.
Ready, steady, fighting. No more medicine. So sad.
I'm okay.
Bad guys dealt with.
Were they though? Okay. Oh yeah, just check by the way, is audio okay?
Time to fight.
Okay. Time some frag grenades, I think. Okay, audio good. Excellent. Did I know Alt F4 is a shortcut in Fallout Quick Save? I did not. Wait a minute.
Does that feel better? We're out of stim packs.
Okay. Maybe a change of plan is needed. Doubts, Nick. No less, someone almost got you of that once when you were a kid. Well, that's awfully mean of them. Okay, satchel charge, satchel charge. Gonna satchel my charge so hard. so hard. We're being raided. Hey Talia, how's it going? I was actually watching your stream a short time ago.
Sneaking done.
You
Fighting now.
yep, spell disc, which is like a kind of like magicka, I think. How'd that go? You look like you're having a pretty decent run. When I headed off. Yep, we're in Mad Science Land Beam. Not Beam, Beam. This is the Old World Blues DLC, which is sort of like pulpy Mad Science themed, as opposed to sort of the post-apocalyptic atomic Mad Science of which is sort of in the background for Fallout in general, but here it's at the forefront. So, like, there's mad scientists giving dramatic speeches and robot dogs and robot people and robot people robots and robot scorpions, because freak you, that's why. And they're swarming at me, thousands of them.
Does that feel better? No more stim packs.
Hey. And you also got another cute outfit. Oh, that's cool. I saw before you had like a catgirl thing going on. Okay, I'm out of stim packs, so I guess a nice super stim pack. And a bit of thin wet red paste.
Was that all?
You did. The cat ears give you powers. Game of the year. Might want to check redeems. Scroll up chat if I can. Oh. Sorry. Oh, hey Enfys. Yep, fancy seeing me here in my own street. Oh no. Well, we're entering a new Objections Lady mode, the part of the game where for the next 10 minutes we are playing this like Metroid Other M. So, if I want to use anything, and I mean anything, I'll need to ask chat for permission, apart from the basic movement controls. So, starting now for the next 10 minutes, so when the stream hits 36 minutes and 30 seconds. You know what? Permission to use Elijah's custom layer rifle. Okay, permission to use the max charge ammo then. Okay, thank you for granting that, nurse. Oh yeah, permission to loot these guys. Okay. Yeah, you're right, it's not using anything. Oh yeah, I've got this fancy
Ready? Steady.
Oh no,
Fighting.
they're approaching from behind. Permission to activate that. Well, I guess I've already activated it, so it's a bit late for that. Normal shots only. Oh, come on, end this. Curse you all.
Misdealt with.
Yep, muscle memory strikes again. Oh yeah, the other thing about these scorpions is that they explode when they die. Oh, and apparently wobble. yeah, there was some crates back here,
Time
weren't
to
there?
fight.
Seriously? Ooh, pulse grenades. Stim pack. Precious stim pack. It might improve longevity if you don't allow mines and grenades for a bit. Oh no. Permission to use a weapon repair kit.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Ah. Why do you do this to me? Emphys allowing the weapon repair. Thank you, boss. You'll not, however, be typing correctly. Well, you're exempt, for you are Emphys. The void that does not need correct typing. Okay, are we headed in the right direction? Yes, yes we are. Okay, we're halfway through-ish.
Time to fight.
Oh, sorry, I used VATS.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Okay, and through we go.
Combat experiment in progress. Please put on your goggles and take your rad-X now. The
Oh,
X-42 giant robo-scorpion is alive!
frick.
Awaken my pet! Initiate your search and destroy protocol in the name of all that is glorious!
Permission to use this computer. Pretty please, permission to use this computer. Wait, permission to use a stealth boy. Okay, granted. Okay. X-42 Giant Robo Scorpion test log. Hey Blue. You don't recall me asking permission to walk. That was implicit. The Sassanite armor plating on the Giant Robo Scorpion has exceeded expectations, mostly, while it's virtually impervious to small arms fire. The sonic emitter that Parsons brought in managed to fry several of the prototype subsystems. We'll have to look into improving EMP shielding for the next prototype. On a more positive note, the prototype's new atomic laser is performing admirably. Some residual radiation is left behind after the weapon discharges, so it may be necessary to requisition more radiation suits and meds as a precaution. Target drone effectiveness log. The constant improvement to the giant Robo-Scorpion has rendered the protection models we've been using as hostile communist forces largely ineffective. At this stage, they're little more than distractions. I'll take the distractions.
It looks like the target drones got activated.
Ah. Okay, looks like I was too slow. Okay, permission to use a stealth boy, please. And sorry about that horrible noise. Okay, Enfys has said no stealth. Nolus has said stealth permission granted. Can we get a tiebreaker? Okay. Blue has said stealth is allowed. Permission to pick the lock on this first aid box.
Fighting over.
I'm invisible. Okay, first aid granted. Thank you, Enfys. Good thing time freezes while you pick locks. Okay, the stealth boy's going to do its job.
It looks like the target drones got activated. Crush them with your pincers. The X-42 giant rotoscorpion. Let's see the shrapnel fly.
Okay. So my thing should get rid of this shield. Oh. Backup generator log. The new atomic laser is putting an incredible strain on the giant Roboscorpion's generator. Damn thing shut down right in the middle of the weapons testing last week. I pushed for reducing the laser's output by 25%. Instead, they slapped a backup generator onto the Scorpion. Dangerous if you ask me. The systems weren't designed to handle the power from two systems at once, and if some rookie tech fires up the backup generator too early, well... Oh, good news, we're out of 10 minutes has passed, so I can do what I want. Anyway, activate the backup generator. Warning, activating backup power at this stage can damage or destroy the prototype. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Exactly, Icky. 10 minutes are up, it's time for a sassy dance. Okay, bottle cap.
You can't avoid the deadly laser sting of Dr. Mobius.
Okay. Looks like I have a pretty decent odds of hitting the stinger. No less putting forward the motion that for the purpose of RPGs without dedicated basic weapons, whatever weapon was equipped when the mode started counts as a basic attack, and switching to other weapons requires authorization. Which could be very funny if I was like, holding like a rocket launcher or something situational. Okay, let's try this then. Okay, I'm up here now.
X-42, attack in the name of Mobius.
Icky. Responding to Enfys saying, "Cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance. I'm a cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance. Icky saying, it's an older meme, but it checks out. Yeah, I don't know if it's the heat, but I'm feeling kind of bouncy today. Enfys, I'm too cute, someone call the police. The coppers will never catch me. Open a duffel bag. For some reason there's a bunch of spoons in here. Load of missiles. Some ashtrays for some reason.
Deadly laser sting of Dr. Mobius.
Sunset sarsaparilla. Yeah, let's drink a couple of these to top my health up. Okay, looks like I'll need to get a bit close to... Uh-oh. Time to throw up another stealth boy. Okay, let's just...
Ready, steady, fighting.
I'm now sick with minor radiation poisoning. Alright, I guess it. Jeez. Let's see. Some rad away. Some rad. Whoa, that is a lot of radiation.
Bad guys dealt with.
Okay, we're in trouble. So much trouble. Thank you for the quit. Thank you for the clip beam. Exactly, Nolus. These deadly laser stings shall be my death. Pulse grenade.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. We're out of stim packs. Maybe you'd be better off with an autodoc suit.
Okay. Thick red paste, sunset sarsaparilla. Nailed it.
Is that all?
Whoa. And I've got like 5,000 XP. And leveled up. Nolus, you don't trust that autodoc at the sink. He's probably a Republican. I mean, probably. Bean, why am I so eager to remove all the radiation? It makes me rad. That's why it's named that. I mean, I guess. Just leave a few becquerel intact for the vibes. To be fair, there is actually a perk that encourages that, so do with that information what you will. Okay, gonna throw all that into medicine. And let's see what we've got. Anything new opened up? Okay, so I do have access to broad daylight, which means I can sneak with my Pip-Boy light on. Nerves of Steel for extra action points, well, faster action points. Lessons learned, which is basically just a ton of extra XP. Oh, there was one I wanted. Jury rigging, that's it. So now I can fix whatever with whatever. Which will make life a lot easier. Oh, and I've got radiation poisoning. A lot of radiation poisoning. Okay, let's see what we've got in here. Energy cell, another layer. A lot of sensor modules. I'll take all of them. I want the fission batteries, but I don't have the carrying capacity. where am I going now?
Are we being watched?
No. Hey. I guess the fight's just over now. Oh, are those auto turrets? I could have activated the security turret to make this easier. Bean, you're going to make a sandwich. Have a lovely silencing the shit out of this. Why, thank you. Have a lovely sandwiching. Every time I see Wonder Glue, I just want to start singing Wonder Glue, Wonder Glue. Couldn't escape it if I wanted to. Okay, I found a recalibration file for the sonic emitter. More ammo. Okay, maybe I should head out of here and... Oh, hello, what have we got here? Ooh, no, wrong button. I don't want to use that. Pew pew, what have we got? A layer. Okay, a layer, but I've been using layers this entire time. Wait, is Elijah's advanced layer somehow worse than... Okay, so it does 167 by default. Wait, so the layer does 57 per shot. Elijah's does 36.2 per shot. Are layers just supposed to be better? I'd assume not, because... Mr. Blue, it fires 2 projectiles. I knew that, but I think that's specifically because I've got a mod on it that does that. Okay, so in theory, if I find something, I can repair my suit, at least. Enfys, so if both hit, it's doing 72.4. Exactly. You could swear the damage number for Elijah's is still higher for some reason. Is there like a wiki entry that says which is
We're
better?
all lit up. Is it Christmas?
Find samples for the biological research station. You know what, let's be a completionist about this. And if the DPS is higher because of the extra projectile, it's a trade-off. Oh, okay. I've got a fly buzzing around this room. Poor drone. Blue, the larger laser has less mag capacity but a higher rate of fire, thus higher DPS, but that also effectively reduces the durability. It also has 2 mod slots, so it can use both layer mods. Oh, okay. That's fair enough then.
Sneaking done. Fighting now. Was that all?
It's complicated, but most people like Elijah's more. Okay. Fair enough then. Okay, we're just going to get those biological samples. I've discovered the Y0 Biological Research Center. The Big Book of Science. Lots of Xander roots around here. Okay, so is the Big Book of Science some sort of Blue, the Big Book of Science as opposed to the tiny pamphlet of astrology. Exactly. Okay, items. What is the Big Book of Science? Oh, here we are. Science increased by 3. Heck yeah. Is what I'd be saying if my science wasn't already maxed out, but still. Pretty cool. Okay, apparently what I'm looking for is right behind me. Or ahead of me. Maybe I need to come round from the other direction.
You're my best friend forever.
Oh, I care for you too. Man, I wish I could be platonically best friends with my clothes this easily. Okay, I need to get out of this chasm.
Think tank. I wouldn't even use binary to describe my exponential hatred for you.
Can't be up there, can it? Oh, is it in the crate? No, but there is a valuable stim pack. Here we are. Seed package. Dried barrel cactus fruit.
Ready, steady, fighting. Bad guys dealt with.
Okay, I think Brock flowers and Xander roots let me make stim packs, but I might be wrong. Can I climb over this pipe? Sneak attack.
Was that all?
Okay. And dried banana yucca fruit. Okay, I can't fast travel while enemies are nearby. I see no enemies. Oh hey, I was down there before.
Do not attempt to breach the big mountain force fields. Doing so could allow dangerous ideas and/or creatures having those ideas to escape.
I am a dangerous idea, lady. Well, I'm no longer well rested. Can't have that. Okay, and I apologise everyone, but we're going to have to
If
speed
you know
to the
what
seed
word
machine again.
proletariat means, do you know what that makes you? Well-read and erudite. For a communist.
You got some plans for me, don't you? Yeah, I can smell it all over you. Ah, yeah, baby. Just slip it in there. All the way down in that dark, moist
Wait, no,
earth.
I like
Launchy
devils.
interface.
Okay, process seed into planter. And thank you for the quote, Emphis.
Do you like me?
Okay, can I make stim packs? Yes. Oh, thank God. Okay, I need more
One time,
flowers.
the biological research station told me he dropped a mug down his processing chute. When I reached in, he seeded me.
Okay, that isn't cool.
Well, hell.
Stim packs, I can craft stim packs. Yep, renewable healing, no less.
Might I be of service, sir?
Stop calling me sir. Okay, do I have something I could use to repair my armor? Recon armor, maybe? Suppose I should have saved just in case it doesn't work. Oh well. Yes! Oh, thank God.
Might I be of service? Very good, sir.
Okay. 500 caps? No, forget about it. Oh yeah, let's just get the laser scorpion upgrade.
What's the hat? Right.
Okay, what does the Robo Scorpion variation do? Critical strike explosion. I'll take it. And I've completed the quest for another 400 XP. Okay, that just leaves the main quest. No less absolutely wild that Fallout used to have Dark Souls' equipment repair mechanic. How so?
I smell sedition. Greetings, citizen.
Healy healy. Yeah, I also have repair kits.
Got any more sweets?
Are the repair kits affected by a skill like Oblivion? I don't think so.
Hello. Still. Come on, baby. Bring me a sweet little dried fruit. I'll
Okay.
all up in that.
Oh, hey, if I have some duct tape somewhere, I can make a couple of weapon repair kits. Duct tape. Anyone got some duct tape?
No? How about now? How about now? How about now? Is this getting annoying yet? Will you put me out of my misery now? How about now?
Okay, if I was some duct tape, where would I be hiding?
Well, hello there.
Alrighty. Back to the main quest, I guess. Wait, this is completely the wrong place to go. Oh, wait. I can go this way now. Oh, hey, Anna Christie. How's it going? Free layer. Oh yeah, I should probably sell all the layers I'm carrying.
You're my best friend forever.
I suppose one thing Fallout 4 does quite well is you can sort of tag crafting materials, so you remember which ones you are looking for. Ah, duct tape. Perfect. Okay, just gonna fast travel back to the main area again. Hey Pres Ricard. It made better use of crafting materials and had way better combat. Dunno. To be honest, I think I like the combat of Fallout's New Vegas a bit better.
Ready?
Mighty think tank, still cowering in your dome? Cower, you
Straight and
fools.
running.
Cower.
There's nothing saying I can't run. I can't run. I can run. Credit where it's due, even if you're not the biggest fan of 4. Yeah, I suppose it's got some nice quality of life bits to it. And yeah, a lot of the interface is much improved. I guess what really sort of ruined it for me was the overemphasis on crafting, rather than the crafting itself, you know? Ow. Yeah, it's more polished in places, it's just this, in a lot of ways it just doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi. Am I still being followed? Yeah, the writing just isn't there either. Wait, where are we now? Oh, there's something Wild Wastelands happening.
Have a stim pack.
Yeah, none of the factions really want anything. Yeah, that's not to say some of the factions aren't okay, it's just they don't really have much motivation to them. Okay, so what triggered the Wild Wasteland? Where on the map am I? Yeah. The problem with the Wild Wasteland is
Bad
half the
guys
time
dealt with.
you don't actually know what caused it.
Time to fight.
I see your butt.
Please take this. I don't want you to die. Cessation of hostilities complete.
And hidden again. Guess I came back here on foot. Anyways, weapon repair kits. What am I short on? Oh, scrap metal, of course.
Might I be of service, sir? Okay, do you have any doctor's bags? Nope. Just give me all your caps then.
If you haven't found any communists in your backyard, you're not looking hard enough.
Okay, back to the main quest. I know I keep saying that, but this time it's actually happening. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight through the door. I should have taken a nap, shouldn't I? Oh well. Oh yeah, and there's a giant door ahead I can just go through. Why can't I jump?
Nobody ever notices me, but they notice the Pip-Boy light.
Oh wait, yeah, I guess it now. I need to go that way. Into the dome. Look. It's like the place we were in before. But all red instead of blue. All red instead of blue. Okay, gonna put that on. Is there anything that gives me boost to charisma? Oh, Mentats will do it.
Did I do something wrong?
Oh no, the suit's sad.
Not an angry bone in my body. Have them all removed. Hmm? Yo, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. Little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone? Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely.
Is that better?
Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat?
I don't know. I'm tripping pretty hard right now.
I love mentats. Delicious and smarty. I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though. Especially with the data constipating my memory core. Afraid binary streams might shoot out my chassis. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end.
Blue, just like old men giving out free candy. Exactly. You aren't exactly what I was expecting.
Really? That implies preconceived notions, theories, and a hypothesis about this meeting? Please extrapolate. What was I supposed to be like? After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical Mobius is better than I.
Yeah, literally me when someone finds me odd. Why'd you steal my brain?
Oh, a variety of reasons. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition.
Exactly. I want my brain back so I can leave.
Now, that seems to be rather hormonal of you. Flight or fight response, you know. Hard to cut that out completely. Your brain is here, safe with me. We chat over mentats.
You know, it's actually kind of funny he said the mentats were Smarties. Because that is actually a brand of sweets here. They're sort of quite similar to M&M's, but they come in every colour. Like Skittles. Oh, you have them too, but yours are apparently different, Blue. And Nolus. Isn't it weird? I always thought there was something kind of British about them. I need my brain back.
Do you? You seem fine without it.
Maybe.
And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your brain. If it wants to go, then fine. If not, well, you should respect its wishes.
Ooh, level up again. Blue and Nolus, yours are just little flavours of circles of chalk. Oh, like love hearts. Yeah, here Smarties are basically like a chocolate with a sugar shell. So yeah, they are different. We also have minstrels, which are basically giant Smarties, but M&M covered. It's like a Pez without the dispenser. Wow, haven't thought about Pez for years. Okay, I was curious about some things.
Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers.
Blue, Dr. Mobius seems a lot nicer than one would expect. Kiara? Hey Kiara, because this doctor has a personality. Can we get a shout out for Kiara? Yeah, it's great to see you in chat. Hope you're doing well. Okay, repair 75. I can't fix your monitor, but if you're getting ghost reception, I can fix that.
The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the side-switching wobbly bob, just turn that. Good, good, better. Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break.
Kiara, you no longer stream since you threw away your streaming setup. But you're... how am I? Yeah, I'm doing okay. In the new place, got a lot of my stuff unpacked. Working on some cosplay stuff again. I mean, I hope you're doing okay. I mean, if you don't want to stream anymore, I respect that. Can you tell me about your Robo-Scorpions?
Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept coming
Hey,
in
Jailer
from
Dog.
the desert, like poisonous frosting. How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement as a reward for their tenacity. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts.
Thanks for giving her a shout out, Nillis. Hope you're doing well as well, Jailer. How are we all tonight? It's roasting where you are. Too sweaty for my life. Yeah, same. I literally was putting my makeup on over a layer of sweat upstairs because the upper layer of it's like a studio. Well, my new apartment's basically like a masonette. So there's an upstairs, but it's still sort of open with the. It's more like a internal balcony where my bed is. I think this apartment was basically converted from a garage. Yep, nothing worse than sweaty makeup. And like the skylights, but the stick for opening them's broken, so I'm basically waiting for a new one to arrive, which might not be until Saturday. But on the plus side, there's a weather warning for a storm tomorrow, so hopefully that'll cool things down. Plus I love a good storm. Especially if I get to drive in it or sleep in it. Huh. It's weird. I just realised none of my phone alerts seem to have happened, by the way. If anyone wants to contribute to me getting a monitor or send me some snacks. I set up an automated message so I wouldn't have to think about it. Jailer, lucky you think it's meant to storm where you are by the weekend. Not great for a birthday barbecue on Saturday, but you'll take the temp drop. Yeah. I mean, is it really a barbecue if it doesn't rain heavily? I was curious about some things. You don't seem aggressive. Why broadcast threats to the think tank?
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take Mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose.
Wait, it sounds like you built the Robo-Scorpions issued threads to keep the think tank occupied.
Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it knows the reasons better than I do.
Everything you told me doesn't add up. Your plan, even your name. Mobius. Oh, I guess it. Like a Mobius strip. His entire aim is just circular. He's just antagonizing them to keep them here.
Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? It's my name, and my new name overwrote the old one. This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain expressed similar incredulity at the nature of such an appellation. Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. As for the name I was born with, Like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming.
Oh. Thank you for the raid, Uncle Lander. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for bringing your people here. Your hand doesn't seem familiar. How'd you come by me? Were you streaming Fallout New Vegas too? Wait, can we get a shout out for Uncle Lander, no less? Oh, okay, yes. Yes works. What are you playing? Hardcore mode? Modded? Nice. I'm just doing a vanilla playthrough. The only mods I've got installed were to disable the radio so I don't get copy striked. Found me through raid search. Oh, cool. I'll just introduce myself. Switch. Hey, I'm BisectedBrioche. I'm a transform streamer. I mostly do playthroughs of single player games. Occasionally I cosplay, not today because it's way too warm and I've got my day job first thing in the morning. But yep, follow if you like, don't follow if you don't want to, that's not mandatory, and thank you for the raid. How's New Vegas treating you? I'm just near the end of Old World Blues. And thank you for the follow, Nugget the Squirrel Duke. Squirrels are great. Good so far. How far are you? Okay, Science 50, you reprogram their names as part of a recursion loop. What? Trap their processors? Oh. 3/4 of the Lonesome Road DLC. Yep, I've got that right after I finish this. Although I'm not sure if I want to do that immediately or if I want to carry on with the main plot for a bit more. I just reached the point where I'm going after the Platinum chip.
Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then...
Why'd you trap them?
The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan 9s in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them, just in case. They're probably very dangerous, lethal, or worse. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here, or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan 9s in case the 7s fail.
Okay, so was that simultaneously a reference to Plan 9 from Outer Space and 7 of 9 from Star Trek, or... Oh, Intelligence 7, Klein, Mobius, 0's a circle, 8's an infinity symbol. They're all loops, I guess it.
Oh, you figured it out. No pun intended. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time, and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quiet professional.
Nihilist, what about Darla? I don't know. Okay, intelligence 7 again. Minor detail, but a snake devouring its own tail is Ouroboros, not Ouroboros.
Really? It is so unlike me to make an error in anything I do.
Okay, if you lobotomize the think tank, why terrorize them?
Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host.
Yeah, Uncle Lander et al., just so you know, I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but here it's absolutely boiling, so yeah, apologise if it looks like I'm melting. Speaking of, time for more tea. Okay, but there must have been other signs of a larger world.
There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts.
Perception 7, the bullet that went into my brain. Doc Mitchell tried to patch me up, but...
Yes, very good. I should have mentats in just you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up
So you
at
want
the
to fool
think
me?
tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem. And the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial cells into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation...
well, that's not good. So if I don't get my brain back in my head, I can't leave ever?
Oh no. I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or
Thanks for
exist
the hydrate,
in an
Nick.
uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course. Your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere.
So you set your intelligence 7. Klein said they had the idea to get the free technologies after your broadcast. Coincidence?
I consider coincidence to be profanity, along with the words astrology, herbal tea, and luck. So watch it, potty mouth. My threat broadcast is designed to instill and install fear. And along with the emotional download, other
Actually,
data rides the fear carrier
coincidence is a
wave.
slur.
It prompted them to focus on retrieving those technologies and bring them to attack me. And coincidentally, pardon my language, all those technologies are needed to put a brain, your brain, back into its skull properly.
I suppose in hindsight, all of the mad scientists in this have the energy of someone who'd try and take over social media. Nick, if you rob a bank, that's a coincidence. Okay, what is the purpose of the technologies?
The X2 antenna can be used to focus your alpha wave frequency thought patterns. The sneaky suit? Why, it houses a cardiac regulator. And the sonic sound wave projecto emitter was never intended as a weapon. It was a medicinal vertebrae pulse desensitizer. In short, brains, a heart, and courage. Spine. I think there was a story once where a band of murderous thugs sought these things. They had them all the time in the story. Didn't stop them from murdering to get them. And it won't stop the think tank either.
Ah, yep. What was that one summary of The Wizard of Oz? A woman ends up in a new land, kills someone, then teams up with a bunch of strangers to kill again. Was there any other data transmitted in your threat broadcast?
Yes, my overly aggressive cammed-up broadcast was designed to keep reinforcing the forget, fear, rinse, and repeat program. Oh, and the get me the things to castrate your only possible escape attempt. But I couldn't delete you or your arrival any more than I could the other visitors. Only so much science can do when you started talking to them. You're really quite difficult to ignore, you know. It's because you're, well, rather intriguing, if you'll forgive an old brain for saying so.
That explains why both my suit and the light switches are hitting on me. But the think tank downloaded the schematics, not the items. They can rebuild them.
Oh, that means my plan is a total failure. That is unfortunate. Oh well, at least I tried.
Okay, I was curious about some things.
Yes, this is getting interesting. You are just filled with these little slices of curiosity, aren't you?
Okay, time for me to go. Goodbye.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Okay, time to level up. Okay, shall I go medicine? Maybe I should increase an arm just so I've got a different combat option. You know what? No, medicine. Okay, welcome to level 29. Sorry, 39. Okay. The Wild Wasteland perks activating. Okay, I guess that's where my brain is. Kiara. And if you get caught robbing a bank, that's a paddling.
All sorts of imaginary numbers, right?
Imaginary numbers? I see.
Well, well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through pits of radioactive muck again?
Why does my brain sound so masculine?
Ah, well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine-sounding voice modulator is to find in the Forbidden Zone. It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. I had to take what I could get.
Kiara, imaginary numbers? What is this? Math? Yes, the power of mathematics compels you. Are you my brain?
Ah, lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie? Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, Dick, unquote. As if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment?
Wait, so if you weren't making those decisions, who was? Nerdist? Freaking hell again? What happened again? Kiara, you like mathematics, measurement class on the other hand, you can shove it. What's measurement class? Of course you're irresponsible. You're my brain. You know, I'm gonna go for the Chaos Gremlin answer. Ah, come on, that stuff's fun.
Fun? Fun?
Oh, the misgendering thing.
Fun?
Yeah.
Is rickets? What about sepsis, huh? Enjoy that, do we? The things you do with our body are suicidally dangerous, and if you could silence your glandular impulses, you would hear me screaming at you!
Don't you want to be Okay, wait. How the hell did Mobius get a hold of my brain?
After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
Notice, so like, you thought they told me that I actually had a wireless connection to my brain, that was how I was still thinking and stuff. Yeah, that doesn't actually sort of suggest that my brain's like an entirely separate entity. Like, if it's a separate entity, how's it making the decisions? This is a philosophical conundrum. You know, or maybe it's like the ending of the, comic version of Nimona, spoilers by the way, where she basically sort of splits into two entities. Kiara, like converting centimeters to meters and whatever, even at your best grade you couldn't stand it. I mean, I know in Canada and America you're not really that big on metric units, but they're not particularly complicated, like you just multiply them by 10 each time, right? Or am I missing something? That seems like a pretty unlikely coincidence.
Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it.
How do you manage that?
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though.
He probably just pumped it full of mentats. Like, oh, I wonder if you're doing a low intelligence build, that there's something about, you'll get a line about why your brain's sounding so intelligent all of a sudden. Well, that answers that. On to something else.
Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied.
Don't you want to be reunited? I thought you'd be about happier back in my head.
I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you.
Notice, like, you guess if somehow a person's thought process or whatnot, the verb of the person or whatnot got separated from it, it could form a new personality in its place. Maybe you're having the same memories to work from. That doesn't explain anything else. Like what my body's using a brain for right now. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're sort of techno-babbling everything anyway. And it's kind of like really soft science fiction, so it doesn't need to make sense. I mean, we already know radiation doesn't work that way. I mean, it does give you radiation poisoning, but it doesn't turn people into ghouls, you know? But what about the good things? What about a cool breeze on your cheek? The smell of food? Platonic love?
Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones.
Hey, I take plenty of my own hormones in, thank you, externally. Speech 75? Isn't it just as true that you only feel this way because you're lacking those hormones?
I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it?
Serious and impasse. You can't feel what I feel, and I can't think the way you do.
Indeed. Quite the conundrum. How do you suppose we resolve it?
I think we have to trust each other and acknowledge that we aren't complete if we're separated.
I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us.
So what do you say, Brain? Join me for some more wild adventures?
Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. I'll rejoin your body if that's your final decision. Unfortunately, before we get to that stage of the proceedings, we have a problem. Even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share.
Why, they promised to put us back together once I did what they wanted.
And you believe them? Really? I know you were recently deprived of my fabulous advice, but... Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past the radar fence and...
Nick, you can't believe my brain is voiced by Stewie Griffin. Wait, seriously? This is exactly the same voice actor? Okay, Kiara's having a Hellboy 2 flashback. Blue? No, it's not. It's just a similar voice. Oh, okay. Not the same voice actor. It just sounds very similar.
Oh, Mojave will be their playground. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead.
Speech 75, you're passing me. I know you don't want to let that happen any more than I do.
Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphin rushes when we save the day. All right, what's the plan?
If the think tank won't hold up their bargain, we'll make them. Let's go.
Right. Look out, think tank. This brain is coming out of its jar. I
love
suppose
that little
now
spin.
that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those other meaty parts the think tank took from us. Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty shock when he realizes the pacification field won't work on a mind and body reunited.
Okay. You got any thoughts?
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesize after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me that the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
Any tactics I could use to attack the think tank?
That will be difficult. It would be like fighting 5 scaled-down versions of me that have better depth perception. And they have an arsenal of vivisectors, brainial beams, and a rather nasty ray that can make your atoms do a happy dance. If you could survive those highly improbable odds and ends, then deceasing them is definitely an option. Although, I doubt killing them would do anything except make you feel better. Or let you brag to other humans about your primal violentness.
What was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Anything I could do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
Okay. Do I want to make the effort, or would I really, really like to kill them? I mean, Dr. Boris did create the Cazadores, which is definitely a you know, an argument for kill them all. Still, any suggestions for how to make them change their minds?
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery, love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear." It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
Scare them? How?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat, and we agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Okay, can I have a mentat?
Why, of course you can. I am well versed in the science of sharing. Well, when not chemmed out of my sphere.
I think I'm going to kill you after all. Nope. I'm not killing the nice old man. Time for me to go.
Indeed. The goodbye part of our little chat then. Goodbye. Please mind the equations on the floor.
Well, let's just have a look around this lab before I go. That's a lot of microfusion cells. Another layer. Ammunition box. Again, what is with the flower? Notice the nice old man who flooded the crater with robo-scorpions and hostile science zombies, and was definitely involved in previous nefarious goings-ons in the area. Yeah, but he did the robo-scorpions and the flooding and the science zombies because he felt bad about the previous going-ons. And he's giving me free mentats. Ooh, scrap metal. I need to scrap metal. What we're learning here is that I would probably sell my siblings out for Turkish delights. Oh. Now come on, this isn't the interwar period. There's far better candies available. Besides, the figure in my life you most liked, Turkish Delight was my dad, and that's the whole thing. And also I'd sell my siblings out for the opportunity to become the new witch of the, what was the villain from the Chronicles of Narnia's title again? Wait, the White Witch. Presented herself as the Queen of the Narnia as well. Well, I don't know. I kind of want to abolish monarchy.
Electrons attached to the neutron.
Am I stuck? Okay, I'm free. Kiara, you'd sell your siblings out for more estrogen, then break them out the moment you get it. Now that's pragmatic. Yeah, I mean, I'd sell my siblings out for FFS, but I'm not really hurting for estrogen right now.
Electrons attached to the neutron. Neutron attached to...
Problem is the NHS covers bottom surgery, but not... wow, that's a lot of mentats. That's a lot of mentats. But not FFS. So yeah, I doubt that'll ever be happening. And I'm over encumbered. Oh, okay, I guess this is from back when they were human. Kiara, great, now you want to play Fallout New Vegas, but Hades is right here. Yeah. We all have to make the hard choices, you know?
Mad! Preposterous! Not an angry bone in my body. Have them all removed.
Wait, I don't see Darla on there. Scrap metal, scrap metal. Okay, that's everything there is. And I'm 5 units over my carrying capacity, so... No, unless you're going to have to lurk a bit, you need a nap and there's some errands. Have fun storing the think tank. Ah, thanks, Nerlis. Hope you have a good nap. Okay. I suppose I don't need all this turpentine, at least until I find some more Abraxo cleaner.
Did you even know you were wearing me? We're okay on Stimpax. Medex reserves empty.
Well, at least I'm down.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
Right, so back to the sink. Then I can get... Okay, locked locker. More radaway, that would have been useful earlier. Well, at least all those robo-scorpions aren't swarming about anymore.
Well, hell.
Okay, let's do some crafting.
Perhaps so would care to put Sir's feet up, and I might serenade Sir with the dulcet tones of a light opera. Might I be of service, sir?
Okay, sell some of the excess stuff. Okay. Guess I'll do the rest thing that gives me a boost to charisma to make me more persuasive.
Oh, you're back.
Do 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 do. I'm no longer well rested. I'm now well rested. I'll make your mind up.
Come on, baby. Bring me a sweet little dried fruit. I'll rehydrate all up in that thing.
He is making me very uncomfortable. Alright, let's see. Do I have anything else that'll increase my charisma, or is it just mentats?
Okay, I'll go away.
Okay, let's do this. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Okay, this looks different.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain and now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
Okay, here we go. Speech 75. Lie. You think I am the lobotomite? No. For my skull houses? The brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Science 100. Nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
Okay, I will permit you to do this. For me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Oh, okay, that was easy. Oh wait, what's the optional objective? Oh, optional. Get my spine and stuff back. I nearly forgot about that.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it, and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from Sonic Invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches.
Okay, that has the same energy as the ending of Born of Bread.
He forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Exactly, Mr. Blue.
Always
Everyone wants to
gentle
save
and
the world.
methodical.
People just
Kept
disagree
sewing
on
up the
how.
courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
Good
The
doggos.
infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ, and set up a new research center.
Mr. Blue, if I've seen Venture Bros, Venture is currently speaking.
Breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers
title
to
dropped.
those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, old world blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
I have lost the brainless perk. Big Mountain Transponder was equipped. I've gained the Big Brains perk. Big Brains perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%, minimum of +1. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Mountain. To return to the Mojave, or go back to Big Mountain from the Mojave, simply equip the transponder as you would any weapon, pull the trigger, and away you'll go. Note that it won't work on interiors or in combat situations, as it is totally incapable of harming your enemies. Level up. Okay. So, yep, don't want to max out medicine, or should I put some in barter? Well, if I get medicine to 90, and I can get barter to 63. And let's see what perk we can take now. Certified Tech, level 40. Your knowledge of robotic components allows you to break them more easily and salvage their mechanical corpses. You have a plus 25% chance to score critical hits against robots, and you'll find more useful components on robots you destroy. Broad Daylight, you can sneak even with your Pip-Boy light on. Wow, I can't get any of these anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot Misfortune was an alternative to Mysterious Stranger. So yeah, certified tech, I get more stuff from robots. But do I want to get anything else? Mr. Blue, in Fallout 76 there's a perk called the Mysterious Savior. The stranger will show up occasionally to revive you if you go down. Okay, that is pretty cool. Commando might be worth it, just so I can shoot more accurately. Yeah, I'm going to take Commando.
I trust matters regard. And rightly so.
Okay, yeah, what implants we got? Yeah, extra damage against Cazador.
If you're planning to stay a while, I...
Okay, swap body parts. Reattach your spine. Your spine is now back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold bonuses have doubled. +2. Heck yeah.
If you're planning to stay a while, I...
Okay, and get my heart back. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You're less resistant to poison, 50%, and robots are only somewhat confused by you. 5% is likely to score a critical hit. But on the bright side, healing items, chems, are twice as effective, +50%. Okay, that's a good trade-off.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactory? Very good, sir.
Okay. And with that, I'll read on my stealth suit. And it's time to,
Will you love me if I help you hide?
yes. The device won't function
We're
while
okay
I'm inside
on
an interior.
Stimpaks.
Okay. And back to the Mojave
No more
I go.
medics to kill the pain.
Hey. And that's the Old World Blues DLC. So yeah, there's one more DLC to do, and there's also the main quest. I don't know if I'll go back to the main quest or I'll start Lonesome Road on Monday, but I'll make the decision then. Stream-wise, I don't think there's anything planned Thursday, Friday. I might stream some more Zelda Ocarina of Ages, because, wow, I've been neglecting that game. But we'll see how it goes. But yep, I think that's everything for tonight. So yeah, thank you for the raid from Uncle Lander. Thank you for thank you to everyone who followed. And yeah, and everyone who stuck around or just joined the raid. And we'll see who else there is to raid. So we've got Ikifu streaming more Chimera Squad. Villainy versus playing Essays on Empathy. Never heard of that. Yeah, I think I'll just raid Ikifu. Wait. Okay. For some reason I typed Icky Food. Maybe I'm just feeling hungry. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I might stream Thursday, Friday, might not, depends how tired I am. Either way, hopefully I'll see you on Monday. Thanks again for dropping by. If you're new here, I post my VODs on YouTube. You can find a link in the chat now. If you're watching this VOD on YouTube, hello. You're still my favourites. I guess mandatory throne link. Well, mandatory throne link. I mean, throw me a tip or don't. Doesn't matter either way. And yeah, hopefully now that I've moved, sort of more tabletop RPG stuff is going to get started. I know Keith is gonna. Well, Keith's moving himself, and he's gonna run a Lancer campaign, which is fun. Me and a few other people are sort of planning some things with Nick, and yeah, not much else to say. The raid's about to go through automatically, so the raid message as always is bread raid, and whatever emojis you want to throw in. And we're going to raid in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Night, YouTube.